Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors at Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me today, and this story is actually a follow-up. Covered the original murder of Tavis Spencer in Ipswich. The last person was actually found guilty of his murder as recently as March this year. And the story that I'm about to cover is about 8 members of a group that was associated to people that they believe Tavis was. So the gang was called Neno, also known as the Three, which was representing Ipswich IP3 postcode.
I'll tell him come fuck with a G. I'll tell him come fuck with a 3. You're on the gang, that's a no-no, cause you can't get onto the 3.
And Tavis was friends with a lot of the people in that gang. And he was murdered by members from a gang called Jblock, which had a big musical presence online, operating under the names of Geo, Youngs and Flex. And all of them was convicted in the murder of Tavis as well.
I'm in the trap with my goons. I hit the strip with this food. I break down a pack and I'm trying to see all.
In a statement read by the police, his mother said the cruelty and unnecessary murder of our son are by them uncaring, wicked individuals. If it was up to me, I would never have let them out of prison, she said. During the trial, the jury heard that Tavis was killed in a revenge attack that flared between 2 rival gangs. Tavis was friends with a group that was called Neno or the Three from the Knifecrime estate in Ipswich. His attackers were from a gang known as Jblock from in the west of the Suffolk County town. Prosecutors said the 2 groups had heated rivalry and a dislike for each other, which they shared in YouTube videos by sending songs aimed at each other, similar to what they do in the major cities like London. The court heard that 2 members of Jblock had been spotted in the town centre in Ipswich and they hid in a cosmetic store called Lush. They was escorted out by a plainclothes police officer. This was documented by the police. The pair then recruited other members and returned to the Knifecrime estate later that afternoon. They attacked Tavis on Packard Avenue, which was walking between Queensway shops. The police officer said to stab him 15 times because 2 members of a group suffered a loss of respect. Tavis had no chance of defending himself when he was set upon in this frenzied attack that lasted no longer than 1 minute. So the majority of Jblock was actually jailed on that murder, and a lot of their music was taken down from YouTube as well. But in this recent one, like I said, Tavis had nothing to do with this actual case. It's just that the papers referenced the fact this gang was associated to that murder. There was also connected to several other crimes in the area gang related. It says in the paper, 8 members of a drug dealing gang who boasted about their activities online have been jailed. The men were part of the gang Neno, the mobile drugs gang operating in Ipswich, Stowmarket and East Suffolk. The gang's rivalry with another gang implicated in the stabbing of Tavis Spencer, who was 17, in Ipswich in 2018. Basudin, who police said headed the group, was handed the longest sentence of 15 years and 8 months. The drug dealing offences took place between August 2017 and June 2018. Ipswich Crown Court heard the Neno gang was involved in an incident where a shotgun was fired at a house in Old Foundry Lane in Suffolk on the 30th of May. No one was injured, but police chased the car with several males in that was then dumped in the Ravenswood area of East Ipswich. Neno gang members were also linked to a stabbing outside a McDonald's in Ravenswood on the 13th of June 2018 when a 16-year-old was treated in hospital for serious injuries. The court was also heard details of a robbery where a phone, wallet and sports equipment was stolen from a group of people in a vehicle in Wickham Market in April last year. The defendants, all from Ipswich, Abbas Uddin, Jake Marsh, Tyler Woodley, Hayden Fraser, Jake Bristol, Taufik O'Connor, Lamore Dagnan and Liam Roberts. Suffolk police used YouTube videos to actually in court to say that their activities showed that there was a complex drug business known as Neno and there was working out of several towns in the local area. So this goes to show that it doesn't matter what town you're in, how big it is or how big the problem is, the police will still use the same techniques. To be fair, these guys were given quite big sentences for being caught in the county lines drug trade. So again, to all these kids from that area, just make sure you get yourself focused on something legal. There's many other avenues and things you can make money from in 2019. You don't have to be doing this county lines. So I really appreciate you joining me today. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. I'll be back again shortly as well. Thank you. Peace.